Come on, follow me. This is Junior Claus, which is, hey, there we are, which is coming up on December 6th. And our scenic artist, Marissa, is just excellent. And so is our builder, Tristan rather. So this is part of the set for it. And we have a little chimney here that the Junior Claus is going to climb down. He's in search of kids who still believe in Christmas. Oh, look at this over here. This is great. Again, Marissa's handy artwork. These trees, they're going to be out front of the theater, the stage, I shouldn't say theater. And we're going to drill holes in them and put real Christmas lights in them. So it's going to look really cool. So we're in the midst of getting this all taken care of and getting it on stage.
Now, where do you find some of your craftspeople?
Well, it's interesting because when I got here, there was a list of people to call on. And unfortunately, many of them have moved on, or some of them just aren't available. So I've had to go back into my vault, I should say, of people I've worked with or people I know about. I've called a lot of colleges and universities looking for tech kids, or tech people, I should say, because by the time they get to college, they're on their way to being adults. And I've had to create my own list of people. So I go on social media, I call colleges, I call people I know, and that's how I find these individuals. And Marissa was already working here, the young lady that's doing this work. She's already been here. Maybe she's going on 6 or 7 months. Yeah. So let's go down to these. Generally speaking, you want to keep a dressing room area very close to the performing area. And this is one side where some of the kids keep all of their stuff and they change in. Of course, you gotta have a place to put that magic on your face and hair. Oh, look. Hi, hello, darling. And yeah, we try to really supply the kids with everything they need to make their part of the show as believable as possible. And it makes them feel good, to come down here and see all this and know that their wig is over there on their wig hat and all their costumes are hanging here. It's just a great feeling. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Our costume designer, Deb, did this, and she made it from scratch. Yeah. So a lot of times we might have to build costumes for them. Sometimes we supply black dance shoes for them because sometimes the kids just don't have them. And so if we do, or they leave them home, they just ruffle through there and find a pair. Yeah. And then we have a collection of microphones so that we can put on some of the singers who have solos and things of that nature so they can be heard.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we're going to cut you off and I'm going to take you to a different area. This is where we run our lights. It's like everything is pretty much computerized now. Generally, you would have seen a really big light board when they move things up and down. Well, now the light board is on the laptop, and she opens it up. She turns on the program. The light board comes up, and then she just starts programming things in there. And before you know it, they just hit a button, and the lights come on. They hit another button that changes the lights. It's incredible, man. And that's the advancement of technology,
Yeah, everything has gotten smaller.
And smarter. And here, for instance, we still run our microphones and sound and stuff on the soundboard. So we have all these channels. We can put mics in all of these, and in some cases we can even put extras in. And this allows us to, actually all the way down here. What do you mean? All the leads across our microphones. One of them we use for CDs for sound, and then over there is where we have a lot of the mics hooked into. So, and these are here because of Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you ever have any students come and young people look to work behind the scenes?
Oh yeah. A lot of our, turn me on for this. A lot of our backstage work is done by kids. We do hire one adult. Someone has to be over 18. And, of course, they go through the whole clearance process and they work backstage and they guide the kids on scene changes or help them in some cases because sometimes, the scenery, the furniture is a little heavy. But they run it, and the kids come on stage, move things around, or whatever. Some shows they may use most of the cast and some crew people, and then there are other shows where they just use crew people. But kids get an experience on stage as performers and backstage, and I think that's really important for a kid to do, because they not only learn how to act, but they learn the respect they need for people who help their magic come to life. And then when they move on to college or whatever, when they don't get in the show, they can say, look, I can work backstage, or I can run a spotlight, and they can be a part of that show. And it makes them a little more valuable, as well as when they're out in the field working. Yep.
All right.
Okay. So this is the dressing room where a lot of the magic happens, that the kids are able to become the roles that they have. And it can be very challenging. I mean, sometimes we have as many as 40 or 50 kids in the show. So being able to design this and rent costumes, make costumes, it can be pretty demanding. Our costumer, her name is Deb. She's been here for quite a few years, and I could see why. She works very hard. Yes, these sewing machines get a workout. I walked through here one day and saw it smoking. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't see that. Now, we're going to go into the rehearsal room, but what's also in the rehearsal room is the director, the stage manager, the lighting designer, and the sound designer for Junior Claus is coming up on December 6th. So come on, and I'll tell them we'll be quiet. So this is the space. And what we try to do is lay it out exactly like it's going to look when they're doing the show. And you see we tape it off and all that, and give the kids a real experience of what it's like to be on the stage. So when they make the transition from here to the stage, it's no big deal. And like I said, behind me are the fantastic designing people for the show. We've got Heather and Molly and Gabriel, and I forget this girl's name. Free. I know. But they're working on the show, getting it ready.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.